Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at a short story called The Three Drugs. It was published more than 100 years ago by Edith Nesbit. The copy of this is in From the Dead. It's 18 pages long. It's the longest one in this collection so far. I read it last night, about 35 minutes. Knocked it out pretty quickly. Definitely enjoyed what was happening in it. Now, it is published in a horror collection, From the Dead by S.T. Joshi, a big name in the horror field, as he's edited a lot of big things, including some collections for Penguin Classics and things like H.P. Lovecraft stuff. So he's a big name in the horror genre as an editor, and he's edited this collection too. So I really enjoyed it. Knocked it out last night, but I'm not sure that this is actually a horror short story. I think that after having read it, it's more of a fantasy short story. But I covered those too, as well as science fiction, so it's still going to be pertinent for this channel. But just as an FYI going into it, I'll try to find you the free version online, since this is past its copyright date, as well as this collection that I'll link you to in the comments below. So what I think about it, I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed what wound up happening with the three drugs. I enjoyed the surprises and so forth. I thought it was a lot of fun stuff that happened. The ending was weird, but other than that, I definitely enjoyed the time that I spent in this deeper dive into it. So what winds up, so I'm going to be giving this probably like a 7.5 out of 10. So what winds up happening in this short story, as a reminder, I keep my reviews spoiler free, so I'm only going to give you the first couple of pages of the 18-page short story to get you caught up with what's happening. Our point of view character is traveling late at night in Paris. He's going through a bad section of town. He is accosted by three men who try to attack him and kill him. He defends himself, and then he flees. And then he finds himself fleeing and being protected into this estate nearby in the district. He flings the door closed, locks it, and then he protects himself. And then he hears the three people that were accosting him leave. And now he's in a place that he doesn't know where he is or what's going to happen and that sort of a thing. So now we're about 4 or 5 pages into the 18-page short story, so now I'll leave you there. But obviously some things will happen to him while he's at this estate that he fled to randomly while fleeing from three accosters, perpetrators in the darker side late night in Paris. But that's the setup for what's happening. So there you are. I hope you enjoy it. Again, I gave it a 7.5 out of 5. Now, as a reminder, the title of this channel is The Worst Thing About New Books, which is a quote by a French philosopher named Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept us from reading the old ones. And so it's something that was published more than 100 years ago in the pulp era is definitely sort of key for this channel. Edith Nesbit was a big name during her time. She published a lot of stuff. She published more than 60 books in decades of her work. Most of those were children's fantasy. I read one for you recently and knocked it out. And I thought that might be the beginning of a bunch of those novels, but I just wasn't sold on it. So I didn't do a deep dive into it. Instead, I picked up this horror collection that we've been doing a deep dive into for you folks and enjoying it. So there you are. That is The Three Drugs. Have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? Did you agree or disagree with my 7.5 out of 10? What would you like to talk about more in the spoilers below or the ending? Let's do it. If you enjoyed this video, why not hit that subscribe button? There's going to be a lot more of these to follow. And then finally, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.